Oh, wow, he's really sitting at the very back of the group. That looks rough, like the kind of moment when even the commentators don't know whether to gasp or laugh. Take it easy, mate. And that crash up the road? Yeah, that one did not look good. Sure, pro cycling is about power, winning, ridiculous suffering, and surviving 5-hour stages with only 2 bathroom breaks. And somehow he's changing his jersey right in the middle of all that chaos. Oh, no, no, no. In this sport, there's no guarantee of safety, fair play, or even basic bike control. Sometimes it feels like half the peloton is one bad decision away from disaster. But let's be honest, the real reason we keep watching isn't just the racing. It's the unpredictable, absurd, laugh-out-loud moments that make cycling feel like a mix between elite sport and reality TV. After more than 100 years of racing, crashes, rule bending, shouting matches, fan disasters, and questionable fashion choices, this sport has gifted us an endless library of chaos. Some moments are legendary, others pure comedy, and a few were so ridiculous they feel scripted. So buckle up, because we're diving into some of the funniest, wildest, and downright most unbelievable moments in pro cycling. Starting with a masterpiece of team confusion, Marc Soler, Vuelta 2020. If you've ever wondered what happens when team orders collide with a rider's dreams, Soler delivered the answer live on global television. Stage 9 of the Vuelta a España, a brutal mountain finish. Soler is in the breakaway, flying up the climb alone with just 5 kilometers to go. He's dropped everyone. Victory is right there, practically waving at him. But then the team car calls, "Mark, wait for Nairo." And Soler's reaction? Priceless. He looks like a kid being forced to share the last slice of pizza he's been guarding all night. But this wasn't a joke. Movistar's GC ambitions meant they wanted Nairo Quintana, climbing behind, to catch him and gain time. And Soler, he's torn between duty and destiny. He hits the brakes, shaking his head like he's questioning every life choice that brought him to this moment. He slows down, but only out of obligation, not enthusiasm. Then comes the plot twist. He gets caught, but not by Nairo. Pogacar rockets past like a heat-seeking missile and steals the stage. Soler's win evaporates instantly. The next day he apologizes, not for ignoring tactics, but for looking visibly furious on camera. "I regret my attitude. I was just disappointed." Honestly, same. But the drama, better than Movistar's entire 2021 Netflix season combined. If that was peak tension, our next moment is pure slapstick. A spectator literally shoving a rider into a river. Yes, cycling's original civilian crime. Fans love being close to the peloton, sometimes too close. In a small European race with narrow roads, things escalate fast. 2 amateur riders bump into each other. One crashes to the ground, dazed, looking around like he's searching for hidden cameras. The other rider remounts like nothing happened. And then a spectator steps in, literally, delivering a shove straight into the water. It's part comedy, part chaos, this is why we need barriers. And the strangest part? The race just continues like this WWE meets Tour de France moment never happened. The first great fan disaster, but definitely not the last. But chaos isn't always painful. Sometimes it's downright joyful. Enter hog mode. Tadej Pogacar, cycling's resident chaos generator. He's not just a 2-time Tour de France winner, he's a walking meme factory. In one clip, during a full-gas race, he casually rides while holding a baguette like he's coming back from the bakery. He's built differently. He does everything, dropping world-class climbers, cracking jokes mid-race, and even performing acts of kindness that make fans adore him even more, like going back to the team car to fetch a bottle for a rider from another team. Even Sabo gets a drink. Pog's generosity is wild. He teases Mohoric after a win, laughs during interviews, cracks jokes during rainstorms. "It's nice weather." "Joking, it's not nice weather, but..." The peloton runs on watts, but Pogacar runs on pure serotonin. And if Pog mode is sunshine, then Mark Cavendish is a firework. Powerful, spectacular, loud, and occasionally spraying sparks in the wrong direction. When Cav crashes, it's never subtle. He hits the ground like someone unplugged gravity. In a sport full of quiet, stoic climbers, Cav races like every finish line might explode, and he celebrates like he just won a lifetime supply of ice cream. Over 160 wins, a tour stage record, and a sprint legacy that defined a generation, but also the funniest bloopers. He pops a wheelie, the bike disagrees, he topples over like a flipped turtle. Classic Cav, and he's not alone in the celebration struggle. Enter Biniam Girmay, who made history, won a Giro stage, grabbed the champagne, and instantly became a meme. He twisted the bottle and boom! The cork shot into his eye like a rocket. He tried to smile through the pain, but moments later he had to abandon the entire race. Only cycling could produce a moment where a historic victory is immediately followed by a self-inflicted champagne injury. But even bottles are tame compared to the day the peloton's greatest enemy wasn't another team, it was a train. Number 6. Peloton versus Train, Paris-Roubaix 2015. Roubaix is already chaos on wheels. Cobbles, crashes, mud, busted bikes, but this time something even crazier happened. The peloton speeds toward a level crossing and the barriers drop. A normal human would stop, but pro cyclists? They treat rules like gentle suggestions. Several riders slide under the descending gate, and seconds later a high-speed train blasts through like a final boss. Nobody gets hit, but the footage looks like an action movie. And the race? No big deal. It just keeps going. Speaking of multitasking, most riders use team radio for tactics. Pogačar uses it for karaoke. Imagine suffering in Zone 5, lungs on fire, legs begging for mercy, and suddenly your radio plays Pogi singing. If he ever drops an album, half the peloton will feature in it. And just when you think cycling can't get stranger, the race broadcast says, forget the GC battle, show animals. A goat charging a rider, a horse jumping a fence and joining the peloton like it's signing a world tour contract, a dog sprinting straight across the road as if it wants a KOM. Nature 3, Peloton 0. Then comes, oops, I forgot how to bike, the unofficial theme of 3 days of Dupont. 2 riders cruising calmly, and then one gently taps the wheel in front and collapses like a folding chair in slow motion. Physics just leaves the chat. And it happens again and again. At some point, words fail. Only laughter remains. But no Chaos Collection is complete without one more Cavendish classic, this time during the biggest win of his life. Cav sprints to the line, crosses it, and makes history. 35 Tour stage wins, more than Merckx, more than anyone. The record, his record. The crowd roars. He raises his arms and almost falls over. He wobbles like he's about to create the most Cavendish moment ever, winning the biggest stage of his career and then immediately crashing. But he stabilizes. He stays upright. A career of crashes, comebacks, broken bones, triumphs, and finally, a champagne bottle that didn't betray him. Because here's the real beauty of cycling. It's not just about watts, tactics, and victories. It's about the goofy, human, unpredictable moments that remind us why this sport is so special. Cav didn't just break a record, he almost broke physics. And somehow, that made the celebration even sweeter. Because even in a sport built on suffering, there's always room for joy. And sometimes, a mid-race baguette. So tell me, which moment made you laugh the most? Which one made you cringe or yell at the screen or replay it 10 times? And if you think we've reached peak cycling chaos, just wait. There's a day the peloton crashes into an inflatable pool. See you in part 2. And remember, Pog mode stays on.